Hi everybody, John Cena here. Welcome to quarterfinal 2 of FUNKQuEST Season 4. And we have Randi Bowslaugh back again against Katie Bjargvide. Is that correct?
So close. Bjargvide.
You've got to get through to the next round so we can have more practice at saying your name. Randi, tell us where you're dialing in from.
I'm from Welland, Ontario in Canada.
Excellent. And Katie Bjargvide, that's not right. Tell us where you're dialing in from.
I'm from the US and I live in Sweden.
Excellent. We could have you in International FUNKQuEST. Talk about that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If you're new to the show, you'll figure it out. There are only one simple rule, which is no swearing, no politics, no religion. Apart from that, say what you want. One of these ladies will be going through to the semi-finals of FUNKQuEST Season 4. It gets exciting because everybody thinks they can win. And you can decide who. It's very simple. You've got to stay listening to the end. I will tell you how to vote. We're looking for thoughts, ideas, innovation, breakthroughs, tips, tricks, books we might need to want to go read, things we didn't know. That's the name of the game. We call that funk. So I can't remember who the lowest ranked funkster is, so we'll ask Randi to go first. So you can pick some swords, a train, a tree, or some coloured icy buns that are probably obviously very bad for you.
I was gonna pick the swords, but you know what? Trees. The trees look pretty.
The trees. How good are you at working in a team?
Depends who you ask. So I'm good at working in a team. I'm really good at becoming the boss of the team and telling everybody else what to do.
How does that go then?
Well, I don't know. Like a lot of times when you get together with a team, everybody's just trying to figure out their place in the team, right? And so I'm just like, let's take charge. We got to get this done. So then I'm the first one to say, okay, what are we going to do? And then all of a sudden I'm kind of the leader.
Are you a hands-on hip type person?
At home I am, because my husband and my kid need to listen, but not usually. I would say I'm much more chill than that. I'm more like, let's all do what we are really good at. But ultimately, I still want everybody to do it the way I want it done.
Are you a control freak?
A little bit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Katie, you can pick some swords, a train, or some very unhealthy buns.
If you remember from last time, I'm all about the food. Give me the food.
When is it okay to finish early?
When you're done. Like if there's something that you're doing, if you've done a good enough job, you don't have to just like go over it a million times. If you're done early, you're done early. Just be free.
Yeah. I mean, are you in for sloping off early? Sloping being like going home early. You into that?
Well, I work for myself. I'm a freelance video editor, and so I'm very picky. I really want it to do well, so I'm not going to just do something half-butted. But I'm not going to spend 12 hours on something when I'm not getting paid for 12 hours worth of work either.
It's that little sweet spot of getting the detail right and not spending hours going down rabbit holes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Randi, some flowers, some waves, a peacock, or an old city.
Ooh, I like all of those pictures, but you know what? The waves, just because we haven't been able to go on vacation and see waves in so long, so I need waves.
Excellent. So waves. What's the most expensive thing you bought that didn't work?
It didn't work. Because I mean, at first I was going to say my house was the most expensive thing that I bought, but I mean, I guess sometimes that doesn't work because it needs fixing. It's being fixed right now, actually.
What's going wrong now?
My floors need fixed. I know, because last time I didn't have power, so we had to reschedule.
Correct. Yes.
And now you know what? The most expensive thing I bought that didn't work is my house, because I keep having to fix it.
What's going on with the floor? Have you got to dig it up or something, or what's?
The floors that used to be there, they're all like coming apart and whatnot. And so when the dog has an accident, it's leaking through into the basement, and that's not good. That's not good at all.
That's not good. No.
I mean, I can't blame her. It's an accident.
Yeah, I mean, you probably should be really blaming the builder for selling you a house that didn't work. Can you go knock on their door and go and...
They might be dead by now. My house is over 100 years old.
100-year-old house?
It's a really old house, over 100 years. So
Wow. Excellent. Yeah, I thought we've got problems in our house. So, Katie, you can pick some flowers, a peacock, or an old city.
I'm going to go with peacock just because I really like how you say that with your accent.
Peacock. What does the surface of Mars smell like?
An old civilization that's been gone for a long time, that you could that still has some inklings of the ancient people that were there before.
If you crack the secret of life on Mars, I think forget going on FunKQuest. You'll be on the TV. You'll be on national news. If you crack, you'll be on National Geographic. You crack the secret of life.
I read a lot of Ray Bradbury as a child, even into now. So it's got some. It feels like home to science fiction, fantasy. It's a happy place.
What give us a couple of Ray Bradbury books we should look at?
Oh, The Illustrated Man. Absolutely. It's an amazing, amazing book. There's this guy who's got these tattoos all over his body that were given to him by a witch as a curse. And at night, the tattoos come to life. So each chapter is a different one of his stories.
Ray Bradbury. We'll have to look out for him.
He's an absolute legend.
Good. Do you think he'd be on the show? Is he still alive?
He's not still alive.
He'll be on the show then. Question 3, Randy, you can pick a monitor screen with some tech type stuff, some pineapples, some winter tools, or what we call a camper van.
Well, I don't like winter, even though I live in Canada, so that's definitely out. And the other one just looks like work, so that's out. Let's go camper van, because I do like camping.
Camper van, what we call a camper van. When did style just have to go out of the window?
Right now, because they're bringing back styles that have already been out the window, and all of a sudden they're coming back, and it's like, all right, guys, they left for a reason. Why are we bringing them back?
Is this in terms of like clothes or?
Yeah. I was thinking of clothes. When I hear the word style, I always think of clothes. Yeah, I always think of clothes when I think of style, definitely. But I mean, if you're talking cars, what was that one? There was this car. I can't remember what it's called because I'm really bad with names of cars, but it looked like a hearse. And I'm like, who wants to drive around in a car that looks like a hearse?
Was it the PT Cruiser?
Yes. PT Cruiser. That one's just, that's got to go out the window. Yeah.
Is that what car did Ghostbusters drive? Was that a hearse?
I think it was a straight up hearse. Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was. Find that out. So, Katie, question 3. You can have a monitor screen, some pineapples, or some winter tools.
Let's go with pineapple.
You might regret that. What makes you feel awkward?
Some things make me feel awkward, but then I just try to push them aside because it doesn't matter. Like, I don't shave my legs or armpits anymore because why the heck should I? It's itchy, it's uncomfortable, and my husband thinks I'm fine. So who cares? Who am I doing it for? So sometimes I might feel a little bit awkward if it's like a super warm day and I just have to wear shorts or whatever. But then I'm just like, I don't care. Nobody else cares. And then I just shrug it off and feel empowered. Like, I save so much time not shaving.
Do you have warm days in Sweden?
Oh, yeah. It's not a winter wasteland. This isn't like Greenland or something. Like, we have summer. I live in an island that's beautiful, gorgeous beaches. We have 1 million tourists that come.
Really?
The population quadruples during the summer because of the amazing beaches and Viking history and medieval festival.
Where do all the tourists come from? Rest of Sweden or rest of Europe or?
All over the world.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm adding it to my list.
Totally. It's gorgeous here.
Yeah.
And it's so funny you're talking about it being an old house 100 years. Because in Sweden on this island, it's not old unless it's Viking.
Yeah, no.
We need a Viking special edition as well. Got to figure out how to do that. Randy, question 4. You can pick what we call a carousel horse, a red phone, a daisy heart, or a techno picture.
Definitely the carousel horse. Love that picture.
When did you last have to just accept a decision?
I guess when my husband just goes, so I bought some more tools. And I can't I have to just accept. So he's a mechanic, so he's constantly buying tools, and it drives me crazy because he just has so many. And I'm like, isn't that the same size thing that you already bought? And he's like, yeah, but I lost that one, so I have to buy another one. And I'm like, all right, fine. Just, keep track of your stuff.
We didn't realize that this, well, you probably never heard of this, the N+1 theory, which came up the other week with Ben and Steve. So N+1 is N, where N is the number of things that the person owns, and +1 is the number of things. So it applies for bicycles. So the number of bicycles where a man should own is N+1. So where N is the number of bicycles the man currently owns. So if a man owns 3, he needs to own 4.
Yep, that is my husband right there. And so
also
I
applies to sunglasses, surfboards, cycling shoes, and evidently tools. Apparently now, hammers and
definitely tools. Yeah.
Katie, question 4: you can pick a red telephone, a daisy heart, or a techno picture.
Let's go techno picture because I'm so cool.
Techno picture. Now, apart from being on FunKQuest, when was the last time you said something you regretted?
Yeah, it's my husband. You know how it is. Randy, I think we're on the same wavelength here. He was talking about feeling kind of blah and having a hard time with motivation. And I was more like, come on, just get out of it. Just help me clean the house. It's a mess and I'm going crazy here. And he was kind of just wanting a little bit more sympathy than just that. And so I know that I need to be more compassionate to him, but it's easiest thing in the world to take the people that you love the most for granted and to just to get swept up in how bad a messy house makes you feel.
Yeah, that is true. I appreciate that, telling us that. I do appreciate that. So did you say sorry to him?
I did, or maybe I did. I have to remember to do that.
To-do list. You need a
to-do list.
Yeah. Say sorry to husband. Question 5, Randy. A boat plane, a seal, a bike rider, or some cotton threads?
Well, I've always wanted to go on a boat plane, so boat plane.
Well, funny enough, that's the question.
Oh.
When was the last time you went on a boat?
Last time I went on a boat would have been before COVID. Because we went to Cuba and we went on a catamaran and went snorkeling and stuff. So that would be the last time, and it was gorgeous and amazing. And I saw so many fishies.
The thing it staggers me about those places is how green and blue the sea is.
So pretty, so crystal clear. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and
it's amazing.
Do you snorkeling with like the mask and the oxygen tanks and all that stuff?
Not the oxygen tank. That's scuba diving. So snorkeling just has like the mask with the thing, so you stay surface level. But and then from going there, we met a girl who does scuba dive, and so we were talking to her like the whole trip because she is actually from Toronto, which is only 2 hours from where I live. And she scuba dives. So then I was like, I want to scuba dive. So last year for Christmas, my husband got me scuba dive lessons. So I'm working on it.
Nice.
Lucky duck.
Katie, question 5. You can pick a seal, a bike rider, or some threads.
I will go with thread because I sew things by hand. I just made this bag yesterday.
The question is, what do you consider to be cheap?
I'm a pretty cheap person. So like $1, $1's cheap. 50 cents is cheap, but like $30 for a pair of shoes. I know that's like on the cheaper end, but I'm like, that's the most I'm going to pay. I hate spending money.
But what happens if you got something that was worth money?
It usually breaks just as fast as anything else.
What, like Randy's house? What's the currency in Sweden? Are you on the euro or is it the krona?
We're on crowns, Swedish kroner.
So you're not on the euro. There you go. So how many crowns to a pound sterling? Do you know?
It's about 10 crowns is about 1 pound. Really roughly.
Yeah. So how much would we need for 2 pints of beer or liters?
I have no idea. I don't go to clubs or bars or anything. I have no idea what anything is supposed to cost. I'm a boring stay-at-home mom that doesn't do anything but YouTube
and make bags.
So
you've all had 5 questions, I think. Who won? Now, which one of these ladies is going to the semi-finals? Now, it's easy to vote. What you need to do is to find this episode page on FunkyThinkers.com. Leave a comment with who you want to vote for. Must be on FunkyThinkers.com. Randy, how can we contact you and find out more about you?
So you can find me on my website at rbwriting.ca, or my YouTube channel, Write Like You're Writing Something, or Die Show, and TikTok, Write or Die Show.
Katie, how can we find out more about you?
I have a YouTube channel as well. It's Epic Kate Bjargvide. But if you just search Epic Kate, you'll find me. So you don't have to spell it. And I do vlogs, and I have epic conversations with all kinds of fun, creative people.
Fantastic. Ladies, we'll see one of you in the semi-finals. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we'll speak soon. Thanks so much, and take care.